where you guys can really learn and grow together as a team, if you will. So yeah, we have Todo coming in this weekend. We have other people that are on the docket as well. I'm working on a few guest speakers for seminars, but yeah, just by being tier 3 you have access to the seminar stuff. Want to, but no money? Well, then do the survey Rogan, and you might be able to get into it. Hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, Ghosty has not responded, so Mick, guess what? Our friendly Mick has won. Mick is in the waiting room. Excellent work. We're in the right spots. All right, cool. So we've got a Sunset VOD with JETT. I think I just did one last night, actually, the same thing. I'm not sure if you were in there for that, Mick. I'll pull you in right now. Mick, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. What about you?
Pretty good. Living the dream. I'm going to stream this to you really quick, and then we'll get into it. Mick, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been playing for, what are your goals, and what do you feel you struggle with the most?
I've been playing for 1.5 years.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just nervous right now. I've been trying to contain myself, but
Don't be nervous.
It's hard. It's gonna go away at some point.
Yeah, for sure. What are you nervous about exactly, just so that we're fully clear?
It's just like public speaking, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the cool thing, is that we're actually not in public. We're just talking to each other.
Picture me in my underwear. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, we're not in public, man. You're just speaking to me. That's it, right? There's people watching, but at the end of the day, it's just like a perspective of like, I'm talking to a camera right now. If I was actually in public, I'd probably freak out a little bit. But behind the camera, it's easy. You'll get used to it. It's no problem.
My goals, I mean, I want to compete, but I mean, it's not really a good goal, I think.
Well, I think that's a great goal. Would compete in what exactly?
I mean, it's not realistic though. Like going pro, for example, or just going tier 3 or tier 4 or whatever this
is. Is it pro and competitive Austie underwear viewing, or what is it? Pro and what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's possible, man. You know, I think Aussie would be down to send some pics. You never know.
Yep.
Okay, so pro in Valorant is what you're wanting to do.
Yeah.
Not realistic? Is that what you said?
I mean, people think that you should reach a certain rank before thinking about it, I guess. But I don't think ranked matters that much.
I agree with you.
I think you can be better than your rank, like you keep saying all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm living proof of that.
Yeah.
My current rank is plat because I don't play. So, I don't know. Do you think I'm plat? Does anyone think I'm plat? Anyone think I'm plat in chat? I don't know. So yeah. I think it's a load of crap, is people saying you have to be a certain rank or whatever. For the longest time, VCT wouldn't allow people to play unless they're an immortal. I'm like, okay, so what if I want to compete and I haven't played and ranked in a long time, right? So I'm not allowed to, you know? Like, what is that? So I had my own problems with that, as well as a ranked environment really does not translate to a team environment. It's a whole different game. So you're actually playing the real game when you play in a team environment. So I think it's completely overrated to be basing skill on how you're going to do in a team environment just purely on a ranked PNG, really.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Yeah, and Shazam, this is a really good perspective. Zekin said he started in Silver 1. Guess where he is now? On the pro scene, right? So, totally.
I think it's just I've been demotivated because I've been art stuck diamond for like a year.
Okay. Well, we're going to
I know rank is like, it doesn't really matter, but it still affects me a little bit.
Well,
because I climbed from Iron 3 to Ascendant in 6 months. And then, so I was like super proud, like, wow, super fast progress, right? And then you just get stuck for a year, and then you question yourself a little bit.
Well, I'm a firm believer in the challenges that we face shape us, right? It's an opportunity for our growth. It's always an opportunity for our growth. The challenges are what make the whole journey worth it in the end of the day. It's not about getting to the stage. It's about how much you had to progress as a human, as a player, on the journey to where you're trying to get to. A lot of people, once they finally get to that stage, are like, well, that's it. I was hoping there would be more to it. And then they realized that the real fun was getting there in the first place. It was like being able to make it there. So you're in a perfect spot to be able to continue to grow and develop yourself as a player. So I wouldn't be too discouraged by any of the stuff that's going on. It's just another part of the challenges of life. And there's been other challenges you've probably accomplished and gotten through in the past. It's just another one of those opportunities to be able to grow as a player. Okay. So that's the way I'd like to look at it. The other thing too is that the words that you use mold your reality. Okay. So if you don't believe it's possible, like you keep telling yourself stuff like that, then you will find a way, and the universe will mold around you to make that make that the reality. If you believe it's possible, even if you have to lie to yourself over and over and over again until you make that a belief, then I would recommend you do it, because ultimately that's what I had to do for winning the personal trainer of excellence in Canada. I had to say it over and over and over again until it became reality, right? At the beginning, I didn't believe it was possible, but I kept saying it. It was blind belief almost, right? So making sure that you say the right things is super key. Don't overlook that as well. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we always have relapse anyway. Like, I can have the best mentality for a week, and then the next week, I'm just gonna go back to bad habits, and it's totally fine.
Well, repetition is going to be key. Repetition will be key. So the 3 questions that I ask someone who deals with this specific problem, where they relapse, if you will, is what's good about this situation? What did I learn? And what can I do better next time? Those 3 questions, if you rep it to failure and give yourself as many answers as you possibly can, you'll be able to flip any seemingly negative situation that you run into. And you'll be able to change the script right away, right? So those 3 questions are super key. And at another time, we can work on them a little bit more. But let's talk about some more of your struggles. What else do you feel you struggle with?
Well, in my submission, I wrote a lot of things since it was my first session.
Yep.
What did I mean, I don't want to repeat what I
Not applying what I'm learning. Not applying what I'm learning.
Yeah, like sometimes you learn something from YouTube or content from everywhere, and then you apply it one time, and then you don't apply it another time, and vice versa, I guess.
Could be how you're applying it too, and it depends on which one you're talking about exactly. Like, can you give me an example of something that you'd applied before?
Definitely, yeah. For example, the numbers rule. I know in disadvantage I have to be aggressive. In the moment, I don't do it. But I know I have to do it, but I don't. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like you know, but you don't do it.
Okay. What happens in those moments exactly?
What happens? That's a good question, honestly. Probably fear. I'm not nervous when I play, but there has to be some fear in there.
Okay, so when you're down numbers, there's fear. Like, okay, so this is a perfect example right here. There's fear. Let's talk about this example, and then we're gonna go through the whole thing.
Not fear about
last player standing.
The situation necessarily. It's more about sometimes I don't know when to make noise and when to not make noise, and because I'm trying to be quiet, I'm just losing so much time, and it's over.
Yeah.
So I have to make noise at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Right there, when you look at the situation, if your intention is to try to win this round, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want because there's such a low percentage chance you're going to win, right? So literally anything you do here is good. So you get full permission from me to make as much noise as you want. Shoot bullets into the air if you want, whatever. Right? There's literally nothing you can do wrong. Literally nothing you can do wrong here. Okay? So whenever you're down in numbers, just don't be afraid. What does this guy 2 do? There's literally nothing you can do wrong here. Just go for it, right? If your intention is to just like save this weapon, which is what it looks like to me, that's what you're communicating to me with this movement here, with all the stuff that you're doing. Okay, now you're gonna die. You should have died there.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally. But yeah, like if your intention is to win that round, you just go for it. You just go for it. Yeah, of course. So you clearly wanted to win that.
Yeah, I wanted to win that for sure.
Yeah.
It's just in the moment, sometimes you just don't make the right move.
Well, think about it logically too, right? You're in a 1v4 and bomb has been planted. You have 45 seconds until that bomb explodes. The best way to win this round is to get to the bomb site and click the bomb. because if you're waiting for them to come to you, you're waiting for a mistake, like a massive mistake. And as you get higher in rank, let's say Ascendant, for example, people are going to make that mistake much less because they're going to realize, hey, I don't have to do anything until that bomb's been tapped. So you need to be aggressive. You need to force the fight whenever you're down numbers. Even right now, you force the fight. You're waiting for them to slip up. Better players are not going to slip up. And really, the whole point behind this more than anything is to give yourself, first of all, a chance to be able to win the round if you wanted to go for it. But second of all, it's prepare you for the job that you don't have yet. And the job that you don't have is Radiant, right? Have you ever heard of the dress for the job you want, not the job you currently have? It's the same thing here. You're dressing for the job that you want to have. You may end up pushing in and dying right away, but guess what? It's a 1v4 and there's no risk here. So you might as well do it anyway, right? The mentality you have right now should be completely lax. You're like, whatever the fuck happens, happens, right? Even when you get to a 1v1 situation, it's still whatever the fuck happens, happens, because it was a 1v4 when you started it, right? So it's like, you should be in the most amount of zen in this moment here, because literally nothing that you do is going to be wrong. If you end up losing this and someone gives you shit for it, it's an automatic mute, because they put you in that spot. That's their fault. They put you in that spot. It has nothing to do with how you clutched or not, right? So
I think my perspective is that if they hear my footsteps, they're gonna pre-fire me and I'm dead. So I'm like, how do I make noise without getting pre-fire? It's like impossible, right?
Yeah, don't even worry about that. You're thinking way too deep. You want them to come and peek you. If they come out and pre-fire at an angle on you and they miss, you kill them, you get a 1v3 situation. You know what I mean? Like, if someone pushes into you, like our little kayo friend over here, trying to be Tudu and flash himself, right? Yeah. Then he's giving you what you want. They should never peek. If they end up peeking, that's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm just going all for it because there's no risk to me. We're going to lose this round, right? And I think that's the mental shift that you need to have, is that when you're down numbers, I want you to just let yourself off the leash. Let yourself off the leash and just go for it. Because there's no risk. The only risk you have is not doing anything. That's really it.
Going for it. Yep.
Yeah, like you're just going for it at that point and see what happens. You roll the dice, right? And you just like see if it lands on 6. That's all it is. I like that you talk through this so we can break it down each round.
But yeah, I was about to say this whole VOD is like a whole monologue. So every time I die, I go through my own thought process. Okay, I should have done this. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, this, you know. Yeah,
and that's fine.
I don't do it every game though, because sometimes it can be bad to do that. Like it should be for VOD review.
Yep.
But in this game, I wanted to do it for some reason, so I did it. So
and that's okay. And that's okay. And like I was gonna say, I agree with you on that. It should be for VOD review. But what I do recommend is that you keep any reflection short, because you need to start planning your next round. We need to be in the moment.
Focusing on the next round. Yep.
Right. Be in the moment.
2 duelists, 1 initiator, 1 smoker, 1 flank util.
Okay, so what are they weak with?
What they're weak with? I mean, when I looked at the comp, there's not much that they're weak on, I think.
Well, there is.
Because like they have all the agents, all the roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're
not
not
weak on anything. What about info?
Oh yeah, they don't have a hard recon. They have a soft recon. Yeah, I think I said that at some point.
Soft recons on both, right? Yeah. So they don't have the greatest of info gather. They have a knife. That's it, right? And then they have a cipher cam. So by both of them working together, which they're not going to in this rank, you can get decent info, but not the greatest info, right? Same thing with us. A little bit weak on the info. You have your Lear, which could actually be used as info. You have your Cypher can be used as info, and then you have your KO can be used as info. So we actually are pretty well matched on both sides, but that's like an area that could be an opportunity.
Really fast comp. So
we have a faster comp than them because we have a Brimstone. So our comp is actually a little bit more rushy there than theirs.
That's like the first 3 rounds play out, but you can have a general idea that they might.
If it's mirrored like this, you don't really have to like think too hard on it. You just need to look at what your job is in the comp. That's most important.
Oh yeah.
So what's your job in this comp?
What's my job?
Yeah,
Like on defense or in general?
in general, what's your job?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like for me on defense, I just go for fights. But right now I'm trying to go for less fights.
So I know what your
Uh,
problem is. You're thinking too much. That's the problem. You're a very thoughtful, thought out person, but this game is very, very simple. It's just numbers, right? And it's looking at your abilities and knowing what you're strong with. Your strongest trait is entry, is taking space, right? So a lot of people on defense, for example, just play one spot and then just peek in and out from it, and then they rotate whenever a site's being taken. You have more freedom with your comp that you have to be able to aggressively take map control if you wanted to. You can take space and you can get out of it with your get out of jail free card with your dash, right? So you don't necessarily, with you on defense, you could be more aggressive and still take space. Transversely, on offense, you can take space. You are the entry fragger in the comp, right? So your job in this comp is to take space, right? On defense, you have more freedom to do whatever you like.
What I started to do in my games is to feel out the games, the first 3 rounds, because you don't know how the other team is gonna play before that.
Yeah, you're very well thought out. Yeah,
but no, it's good for me though, because I was way worse before with my thinking.
Okay, so you weren't doing anything before. Is that what you're talking about? Like you were very light with your thinking? Now maybe you're overthinking? Is that possible?
No, it's the other way around actually. It's way toned down right now compared to before.
Oh, okay. So I
and
was
the reason
pretty accurate
why,
then.
yeah, and the reason why I started to do that is because some people might rush on pistol, but they might adapt and do other stuff on the other rounds. So that's why the first 3 or 4 rounds is where I can gauge, okay, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What play style they have or something.
And that's fine. That's like a fielding out process, but it doesn't really apply to you taking space and then dashing out if you need to, right? Like you challenging for space. That really doesn't apply. If they end up rushing into you, you just adapt, you back up at that point. Like if you hear like 4 or 5 of them, it's like, okay, well then I need to get out of the situation. But you taking, let's say for example, in the first round, you were to take B main space. I'm not saying do this, but like it would be like an opportunity that you can totally do this, right? So if you were playing on defense and you went and you took space here and you got no contact, immediately you communicate, let's stack towards A, they're going A, right? Now, transversely, if they end up rushing in and it's 5, you can take a fight and then you can dash out of the situation. Doesn't matter what playstyle they have, you're just playing into what you're doing, right? If they end up pushing you and you don't have that opportunity, you can dash out again and then just live and then let them come into the site, and then you have people rotated and helping you. This is like, has nothing to do with playstyle or countering their playstyle. It's just literally your advantage, your job on the comp, right?
So what I mean by playstyle is that if they're a team that keeps rushing every round,
yeah,
I'm gonna adopt a fast rotate approach because I don't want to retake. So I'm gonna play mid on any map if they rush, and then I'm gonna rotate as soon as they make contact. That's why I say playstyle, because some people are gonna default. They're gonna play super slow, and now my fast rotate playstyle doesn't work anymore. I have to do other things.
Okay. It's not wrong. It's not right either. There's many different options that you have to play on, right? You could play completely passive in mid, that's totally fine. To rotate fast and to avoid having to retake, that's totally fine. You can also play aggressive, taking map control and then start a flank on the rotate for the other side. Like there's lots of different things you can do. As long as you have a plan in place, I'm okay with it. But I want to make sure that you're not just stagnant to one play style, because that's one of the most common things I see in ranked play. Let's break down what you bought here and why you bought it. So why'd you buy the Sheriff?
Because I wanted to challenge mid.
Okay, fair enough. Could you do that with a Ghost?
If I played Market, yeah.
The dash.
In general, at the beginning. Not sure why I didn't shoot the knife, but it's whatever.
No, he didn't. Grabbing B ward.
Every point since here, I started to screw up, but I'm not sure what I did to screw up.
Reloading here. They had everything from mid. Cypher came here.
I'm swinging off your contact.
Here.
Shut the door. 1B main.
Two mid.
1 mid. They're going A now.
What do you think about the positioning you're standing in?
What?
What do you think about the position you are standing in?
I don't like it.
Why?
Because, I mean, okay, so I thought that they were about to execute B, but it was only 1B main in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, right now I'm just like a turret.
Well, think about where you're standing. You can't escape right. You can't escape left if someone swings out here. Even if they get hit by this thing, you're still dead. Right? There's no escape route, nothing. So you're standing right in the open. Right? If the smoke
Can I not tuck left and go backside?
tuck left? Where?
Tuck right, sorry. Tuck
No,
right.
you'd be dead. You'd be dead. You wouldn't make it. No fucking way. Right? If this guy has any kind of sense with aim, you're fucked. Okay? Here's the way you think about it. If 10s were to peek you here, do you die?
I mean, on average, yes.
Yeah. Okay? So the way that you think about it for positioning is always assume you're playing against an aimbot. If you're playing against an aimbot, do you die here?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's no chance, right? So the way that you know if a positioning is right is done through a concept called UFOs. Okay? You've probably seen this in my positioning seminar. I imagine you've watched it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so UFOs. So you have util, flash, on angles, off angles. Okay? That's one of the questions. Escape routes. I know you can't see me writing, don't worry. Support is the last one. So first question, if we list them all down, is there anyone here that can support you with util if something goes bad? Can you ask for util flash?
It would be pretty awkward.
Yeah, it would be awkward.
Like,
but
where would kayo throw his flash? I have no idea.
I mean, that's the one person you have, someone who throw util for you, right? So you do have that. So I'll give you a check mark on this one. It's going to be awkward as shit, but yeah, he can throw util for you. So you got that. Okay, so he can help you with that. Can you get flash in this spot?
Yeah.
Can you dodge that flash with natural cover?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. So that's a no. Yeah, there is a window above you. You can throw it behind you like this and pop it behind you. It's a good point.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's another thing. So you cannot dodge a flash. So that's a big no-no. Is this an on or an off angle?
I mean, it doesn't. Is it common? Maybe it's common because it's the middle of the site.
Think of it like this. If you were to be running into the site, where would your crosshair placement be?
It would be stairs where my cipher is or where I am, I guess. So
once you get to this point, where's it going to be? Once you get out?
I mean, I'm going to be in my smoke, but okay, I'm
Nick,
in on angle.
Take the util away. Take the util away. You're running out of B main. You are putting your crosshair towards stairs, and then once you expose yourself past stairs, where are you going to look?
Exactly where I am.
Potentially. You're probably going to look towards market first.
Market first,
right?
yeah.
You'll probably flick past it and be like, oh shit, there's someone there. So is this an on or an off angle?
Off.
Off angle. I'll give you a check mark. Okay. You could be looking here. The other thing that you got to consider too is when the smoke goes down, is this now an exposed angle? Is this angle that they're going to clear you on? That's the other problem, right? Once the smoke goes down, now it's definitely an on angle. So you could say it's like a half check mark. Okay. So the escape route, you can't leave. We already talked about that. No chance. So no point there. Can anyone trade you in this angle?
No.
Yeah.
KO.
KO potentially. Yeah. Kayo
Unless
potentially.
they smoke, but
You could even say Cypher potentially, right? But who knows what's going to look like on the entry. So the first position that you're saying right here is a 1.5 at best. Maybe a 2 out of 5. Okay? So positioning is not the greatest. How could we position ourselves to have a better spot to get traded, to be able to absorb a push, to be able to avoid getting killed and find natural cover? 2 spots.
back pillar.
Well, you have the platform here, or you can play with KO. One of the two. That would be the options that you got. Back pillar could work as well. That means you're leaving KO alone. And you need to communicate that. So if you're playing back here with Cypher and then peeking after that, that could work too. Okay?
I hope KO.
They break door.
Yeah, they broke door.
Coming A, coming A.
Omni mid. I'm gonna push that mid here.
Omen's here.
Planning B. Or A.
Could be pushing you here. So remember, in a 4v2, how are they going to play?
Aggro.
Aggro. They should be playing aggro. So we're going to prepare for an aggro push. If they don't do it, then we're going to play like they're on site. Guys, we take our time, make sure we clear this
It might
all
be
out.
aggressive, careful.
Good call.
I'm low. So, Jet, can you bait me? I'm peeking.
I wonder who Brimstone is. Because that was my specific direction to communicate when someone's playing in this rank. It's funny. I tell people all the time, say, bait me for a kill. All the time. And it makes people do it. It's one of the best comms you can give. In ranked in general.
Last player standing.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this fight was so awkward for me. I'm not sure where
Because you
I
had a
messed up.
sheriff.
There's another reason for sure.
It's because of the sheriff, man. I promise you. The sheriff on a pistol round I really don't like at all, unless you can guarantee all fights are gonna be long range, right? So in the beginning you had a long range fight, but then as you progressed through the whole round, you started taking closer range fights, and with close range fights, anything that you have against you is gonna have a slight advantage, right? Like this could be an awkward fight for you, which it is, right?
They had, I think, from mid. Cypher can
So if you get to medium range, the ghost is going to have a natural advantage unless you hit your shot. If you miss that shot, they're going to have more shots out at you. If you're up close range at all, it becomes a frenzy. Then you're screwed, right? You face it against a shorty,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
I think close range fights with sheriff are pretty awkward.
They're awkward, yeah. They're awkward in a pistol round. Now, awkward close range sheriff fights are good against a gun, like a good against a vandal. You want those kinds of fights. But against a pistol, against a frenzy like this, the fight is going to be awkward for you. You're going to feel some fear. Because you got to hit
Okay,
one shot.
I know why though.
And they can burst
I
you.
just noticed. The way I entered the fight was rushed. I could have just took my time and I could have got the kill.
You could have, well, yeah, when you traded off the guy. Yeah, for sure. Like in this first fight? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the first fight. The way I entered the fight with my brim, I rushed completely with my crosshair. And I was so off. Look at this. That's why.
Yeah. There might have also been a
maybe
little
I'm
fear.
wrong. Maybe I'm just overthinking again.
You are. But you also had low bullets, and maybe you were feeling fear on that too, right? We're gonna work to simplify this game a little bit for you. You buy to the advantage, right? So you just bought a sheriff again. So this is another example of an overthinking. Because what's gonna end up happening is the following round you're not gonna have full armor. When you're playing in this rank, be it diamond, even ascendant, I still want you to have full armor. The reason being is that people are all over the place with their aim. You literally just saw a jet miss an entire clip on you, right? So if you are worried that, oh, if I can save some money on the heavy armor and then have it for something else, if you're not buying an operator, it does not make any sense to me. You should have heavy armor for everything and increase your time to kill. That's my opinion. There's
I'm
gonna be
always on the light shield train because I can buy infinite vandals because of that.
You're dead from tiles. Unless that guy caught you.
I could have dashed away. Two more mid. I could have dashed away, but because it's eco, I'm like, It's fine. I can like try to get a
Market.
second one.
Okay, so what'd you communicate at the beginning of the round?
I'm not talking that much in pre-round. It's I used to do that, and I was overthinking so hard even more. So I just go with the flow. From the get-go, I calm a lot. Like I give good comms, but not in pre-round. I don't say anything in pre-round.
Yeah, pre-round is the most important thing for an entry duelist, to be taking conversation, right? So for example, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna peek mid here and fight through market, or I'm gonna fight through market and get to this box, center box, and fight through here. You guys can bait me for a kill on top mid. Like, that's all you gotta say. All you gotta say.
They took mid with Kayo and Reyna.
You make the direction very, very small and short. That's it.
Similar plays from them in general. It's eco, so I'm gonna be more willing to do things. Couple mid.
See, for me, it didn't feel like you had a firm plan in place. You were like, oh, maybe I'll peek this, maybe I won't peek it. Because you went and you hesitated here. If your plan was, I'm going to challenge mid, you would have gotten to this box, you would have just full ran it at this point, and then you would have peeked in and out from the spawn and tried to challenge, if that was your plan. It seemed like a hesitation.
Isn't it not good to do that? Because like I'm waiting on footstep, and then I'm going to swing.
There is no wrong decision. There is no wrong decision as long as your intention is correct. Okay? There's no wrong decision as long as your intention is correct. If you communicate at the beginning of the round that you're going to run to that position, stick to that plan, right? So you communicate at the beginning of the round, this is what I'm going to do. And if they peek out with you and then trade with you, that's value on an eco round, right? There's no particularly wrong decision as long as you have an intention behind it. Just remember that. If your intention is to bait yourself for a kill or challenge something, great. The next piece is, when you're on defense, I always want you to think about get one and get out, okay? As a Jett. So you got your one, immediately you dash right away. You don't need to go for a second. You got your value.
I could have dashed away. Two more mid. I could have dashed away, but because it's eco, I'm like, it's fine. I can like, jet out.
Phantoms.
Everything else you did was fine there. With the one kill, you can just leave right away. There's no sense in sitting around anymore. You got your value.
That's good though. The gun didn't-
Now, had you been setting up for a bait play on mid, you could have stuck there, but you didn't have a plan in place.
Damn, it's so tough. I tried to apply your numbers idea, but like I feel like I'm overcomplicating this thing again.
Yeah.
Every time I add a new concept to my gameplay, I just overcomplicate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick to the root. You're dead here. Okay. I was gonna say you're still showing up half your body from the position they were holding.
I'm smoked off.
Breaking market working.
Yeah. I'm leaving you, KO.
I'm glad that you did that. The calm about leaving.
Maybe towel.
This is all smoked
Might
out.
go away.
You're not even paying attention to that. You're worried you're gonna take a fight. It's all smoked out. You could be peeking into that smoke.
Jet tiles.
Vincent, thank you so much for the prime sub. Appreciate you. I'll do those 10 push-ups in a second.
One enemy remaining.
Mid. Bottom mid. Nice.
You could be making a couple action comms there when you're about to re-swing again. I'm swinging into this. 3, 2, 1.
So, what's their eco looking like? They're one off fucking jet.
More importantly, what you should be thinking about is what's their eco going to be the next round if they lose.
They're gonna be able to buy again.
They're gonna. You think?
I mean, with light shield, but if they don't light shield, then maybe not.
It's gonna be a shit buy. It'll be a shit buy at most, right? It'll be a shit buy, so you'll see, you know, judges sometimes. You might see a Vandal light shield, right? It's gonna be a shittier buy, right? So.
Okay.
Now, the one thing that trumps that is this. The following round, but I don't want to put this in your head because you're already thinking too much.
Really an indicator.
So we're gonna keep this VOD review very, very simple because you're a rocket scientist right now, man. You're a rocket scientist and you're playing checkers.
It's not like as if it was KO. And even even when I thought I worked on it, it's still there. It's a part of me. Whatever.
Yeah, you're Elon Musk right now, man. You're trying to get to Mars. Anytime you're using a Vandal through a smoke, I want you to just focus on tap firing. How's it going, Ali? Good to see you. Welcome in. Just tap firing.
Yes, I could have died, yeah.
Just tap. Because you've sprayed through a smoke a few times now.
Definitely more than one.
Did we just pop our dash randomly? Okay. Yeah, you're using this dash way too fast, man. The other thing too is you've challenged mid several times now. I think we need to challenge somewhere else.
80 on Cypher, aiming.
So they're just pre-firing this area.
Multiple aiming. Definitely more than one.
There's a reason for that. So I like to be where they are in general. So this team, what they love to do on offense was taking mid every round.
Top mid.
One top mid,
And
house.
it doesn't sit right with me to just go challenge A if they're 4 or 5 mid every round.
Maybe in the corner.
I'm not sure if I'm overthinking again, but to me, that makes sense. I want to be where the fight is or the action is to take a fight.
Last player standing.
But I have no idea how to contest mid if they smoke me top mid. Play market maybe.
I'm just trying to figure out how to teach you this.
What's wrong? Am I?
No, I need to figure out a way to work this for you. Because you need something specific. I'm just thinking about it because I don't think I was in your shoes with this particularly. I think it was the other way around for me. I think I was just a dumbass and I didn't really think anything. So like my progression was a little bit different. Yours is opposite to mine, where it's like you're coming from seeing like 5 rounds ahead when we should be focusing on right now, sort of thing. That's kind of the way I like to think about it. It's like you're thinking like 20 steps ahead, whereas when I was learning, I was thinking like -5 steps behind, because I was like thinking about what was wrong with me in the past versus what's happening in the future. So I need to bring you back a little bit because you're thinking about, oh, they're challenging here, they're challenging all this other stuff, right? It's like, well, then you can challenge other space. There's nothing wrong with you challenging other space, right? There's also the conversation of you can challenge and be aggressive pushing through mid if you wanted to and fight that. Like that's not a problem either. If you want to be challenging for mid space, that's okay, but you going in the exact same spot every single time is going to be opening up an opportunity for them to just pre-fire you. So you don't necessarily have to be where the enemy is all the time. And there's also, I will say this with utmost confidence, you cannot predict the enemy team. You cannot predict the enemy team on a ranked environment because nothing makes any fucking sense, right? They're just defaulting you. That's literally what's happening. You had one person playing towards B one round, you had a couple people playing towards A, and then they just work a pick and then they move and they hit a site. That's literally what they're doing. There's no strategy involved. There's no conversation at the beginning of the round with all 5 of these people saying, all right, guys, we're going to coordinate and take space through tiles and then through mid, and then we're going to snap through and blast on B. Like, they're not doing that stuff. They're all like 5 people just flaming each other saying, you know, Reyna, why aren't you baiting for me, and all this stuff, right? That's literally the conversation that's going on. So it's much more simple than you think. they're fighting through mid because
the game feels so hard sometimes. Like I'm thinking that they have the best coordination with each other, but in reality they probably don't.
No, it's a story you're telling yourself, because like these guys are, I promise you, they're not thinking. Right, like this guy just ran into market randomly, and then there's 2 people back here doing what? Baiting him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? What are you guys doing? So they're just working picks here, and then as soon as they get a pick, perfect. Now we can go and hit A if we want to. We know where Cypher is, so let's go hit A. Now they know where both of you are. They should go and hit A now, right?
Watch behind you, Cypher and Jett. They're gonna come in here.
Yeah, they're both gonna hit A. All of them are gonna hit A now. So Reyna's dead in the next 10 seconds or so.
Spike down.
Give or take, see? So they're going A. And they did that pure. This is such a bad ult by the Cypher. He knows where both of you are.
That's my
You know what I
bad.
mean? Like, there's no way you can predict all 5 of these guys. There's no fucking way you can predict this if they're doing stupid shit like that. They saw both of you over here, and he's doing a friggin' ult. You know what I mean? This doesn't make sense at all.
You know, pop flash. Playing NT.
Spike planted.
Yeah, you have, dude. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta figure out what I can do for you, man, because you're playing beyond Radiant right now. You're playing beyond Radiant. You're worried about a pop flash. I'm looking at the 2v3 situation. I'm thinking, how do I push up here and challenge this guy, this single person here, right?
Yeah, I just knew KO was mid. Yeah, that sucks. So it was like, you might pop flash and then kill us, but I don't know. too much thinking, I guess.
Yeah. I just swing these guys. Just swing them.
One in our spawn.
I mean, I guess you're opening my eyes again. That's good.
Yeah, just fucking swing, dude.
I need to be quicker at
Yeah.
noticing when things are not going well. Or like when things are
Nah,
not
I'm going under our rocket.
I hate to give you this advice because I hear other coaches do it, but I think you need it. Just shoot them in the face. Look, just fucking shoot them in the
Like
face.
for example,
I know how to do that
smoked
very
out
well,
for, like,
but
twice in a row.
I guess I'm just
You're kind of getting in your own way.
overcomplicating it.
Yeah, you're getting in your own way, I
Let's find
think.
a solution. How do I contest mid?
Reina, you please watch so no one crosses. Brim, you
How do you contest mid? There's a million ways you can do it. Like, if you wanted to take space, you can have Brim throw a smoke here, and you can fight through tiles if you want, and just, like, challenge that space. And you can have one person up here watching that smoke the entire time while you're challenging up here if you want to fight it. You can avoid it altogether, wrap through a B main take if they're going to be weak on B or weak on A. You can fight any of those areas.
put a smoke here.
You
but
can just
put it,
stay
like-
and just chill
like,
and let them come up to you and then
put a bed
challenge them once
smoke
they come
here, so
up.
there's a
Quite
space here.
traditional.
And I think the solution to getting smoked out mid is to play here, to play market. I don't have to
you
push
could be
technically.
infinite
I don't have to
stuff.
go forward.
Yeah.
I can just like
There's nothing wrong with
Pop
it.
flash out of the top mid smoke, for example, maybe.
go mid again.
Like, there's a KO opping. Like, this game is a fucking Wild West. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all over the fucking place. This fight. So you popped your dash before you even, like, considered taking a proper fight or anything like that. You don't even have info on if someone's going to challenge you on mid. You're just doing it. So now you just wasted a dash. See that?
Yeah.
Enemy kill.
Did you need to do that?
I took your advice way too literal about the numbers.
Well,
Crazy.
did you need to do that, though? Because let's talk about the numbers. What's the situation right now?
Yeah, but now I don't know what to do. I don't know how to control market, for example. If I don't.
You just play in it. If they push you, you fight them.
Enemy kill.
Yeah,
Right,
but
let's start back
how
up.
do you get info if you just look at a wall? You jump spot.
You're not looking at a wall. You're not looking into a wall. You're going here. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna peek out, in out, in out, in out. You're jiggling it for info. And as soon as you see them, you can decide, oh, there's 4 people here. I'm gonna back off, right? If there's one person there, it's like, okay, do I want to fight it or not? As you're coming back here, you're like looking at the numbers. You're like, okay, it's 5v4. I don't really need to fight this. Or I can ask for a flash in mid. Can you flash mid? 3, 2, 1. Flash mid. Boom. Peek it. Right. That's what you do. You don't need to be like, okay, I'm just gonna hug this wall for the rest of my life, and then they're gonna creep up into you and then shoot you in the side once you're not looking. Right. You're peeking in and out for information. You're just like, okay, da, 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 da. I don't need to fight at all. Right.
I thought there was another way, but
No, you can
I
just
guess
peek it.
that's the only way.
You can just peek it like casually, and you don't have to like. It's like just little in and outs.
Tree.
You only have to go as far as you need to. You can even jump spot it, right? You don't even have to like jiggle it. Just jump spot it. Like you're doing there. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. What you're doing. It's a little too wide when you're jumping it. You could even make that tighter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like you would die if someone if there's there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is totally fine.
Task.
That's good. So you got 1 tiles, it's 5v4 or 5v3, you don't need to do anything.
KO.
You can ask for a flash. You can peek it if you wanted to, but you don't really need
Still
to.
nothing, eh? Holding the cross. Oh, there you go. You peeked out. Just Cypher, A main.
Someone's on site.
Oh, just
Okay.
Another case of
So
rushing the engagement.
yeah, you definitely rushed the engagement here. Like this was a good kill. You heard the TP, so you know he's gonna be in sight, and the other person's been visually
just
seen.
Cypher, A main.
Someone's on site.
So okay, so you have the dash. Ah, he hit you perfectly. Yeah, you just rushed this a little bit. I would have waited for contact on Cypher at that point, and then you can peek.
Oh,
Yeah, I
just
thought it
Cypher.
would be
panicked.
more on the right.
Completely panicked.
Going A, going A, going A.
seconds
Cypher's
left.
on A, Cypher's on A.
Remaining.
If he pushes his smoke, he's a goat. I don't know. He should have pushed his smoke.
Yeah, what ended up happening is that swing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
100%.
white swing. I'm gonna like overflick on someone because
Okay, so another way of just making this game easy for you, man, is you don't even have to go back here. You can just go back here on CT. One of the easiest moves for defense is once you get a kill, just fall back. So you got the kill on the Cypher, or not Cypher, the KO here. You can just go this way. Go to Boba at that point and just play from here, because that keeps the enemy in front of you. When you challenge here, you're challenging for space super early, and that can get you caught.
I think they're gonna be in a certain location and they're like.
Don't be afraid to
way
give up
past
space.
forward where I thought they would be, right?
Especially during certain points in time in the round.
So that's why I'm.
There's a lot, Eero.
Bad gun, like,
This
bad gun
is
guns.
going to be this was a
I think what I should have done, honestly.
this is a very interesting VOD.
Instead of rushing the situation, instead of like doing this and oh fuck, what am I doing?
Yeah, see, this is all fine. This is definitely VOD review conversation though, because you've
Yeah.
got 6 seconds left. Now you don't have a plan
Definitely.
for this round.
Jiggle, right?
Like look
I
at
mean,
what
my plan this whole game on defense was to mid, but
so look at what
I
KO
could
is
have
doing.
done others.
KO directly enables you in this comp. Could KO lob a flash deep here for you so that you can move up in this spot and challenge space? You totally could, right? There's lots of different options you have.
Jiggle, swing.
But we're not really working with your KO at all.
I've just been used to solo play so much that I have no idea how to what plays or I'm going
Don't say
back
correct.
to thinking
Don't
a
say
plays.
correct. Don't say correct. Let's change your mindset from everything is right, because here's the thing: in this game, in this genre of game, I have seen millions of things that are in theory incorrect, right? Like they should never work, but they work. You know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as a wrong play as long as the intention is correct, right? So if your intention is to take space on B main, and they push you with 5, then you just need to respond to that. But the way that you get to that point where you know how to respond properly is by limit testing yourself and seeing what you can and can't do. And that's how you know, if you have a duo as a KO, he can set you up for plays and you're like, oh, that didn't work because of this, this, and this. And that's how you learn. You might have to invest a bit of RR to do that, but it's worth it at the end because now you know what's possible and what isn't, right? Like how long does it take for someone to get from here to peek you here? Like what's the timing on that? You need to know those kinds of things, right?
What's your thought process? Like for example, this round you're gonna challenge A main.
Well,
Why
my thought
are
process here
challenging
is
A
get the
main?
fuck out of here because you guys are gonna die. But yeah, so sorry, you're saying?
Yeah, like before a round begins, why did you decide to choose A main, or why did you choose to decide B main? Like you need a reasoning, right? Or you just pick randomly and go for it. Or there's no reasoning behind.
That's a good question. There's a lot to it. First of all, it's tendency of what I'm seeing the other team doing. For example, if they rush B and it worked for them, then they might go B again. So let me go and challenge for that space or double it up. Or maybe I'll take space somewhere else. It's literally just an educated guess as to what I want to do, right? It doesn't really necessarily mean I need to fight something either. It could be to just take the space and then react off of it. So I've got protocols in my head. If this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. And it all comes from me testing what I can and can't do, right? From that limit test. Like, I wouldn't even be challenging this at all. You're dead. Oh, you should be dead. Oh, you're dead. Yeah, so you're
Yeah, I'm
dead.
done.
You can predict that death way before it happened. And honestly, before, you should have died. You should have died in market. Somehow, you guys got away with this. Because there's two people, like Reyna's right here on your side too. This is like, it's actually insane that we lived here. It just ended up working for you. But yeah, there was like a bunch of times here where you were dead. And then this next part here, once you see the cloudburst go through and you don't have a dash, I would just leave. Go to the right and just leave. Take your knife out, get out of there as soon as you can.
Backside. Stairs.
Thought process. I mean, I can go through my VOD, my most recent VOD, and tell you what I'm thinking. Maybe that will help.
Nah, I'm just trying to see the difference because you said I'm going over the top. So what's normal? I have no idea.
Well, let me look at mine because I need to. It's weird because I just do it natural. I don't think about it, so I need to like kind of break it down myself a little bit. So let's go into this one. Actually, I think I've got the full video. Review seminar. Don't want to show that. There we go. This one. This is the actual uncut version of my game that I played recently. Is everyone? Is 5 towards B on defense. I'm saying this purposely so that we can throw them off. What do you want to do, Gray? Okay, so first question, I'm asking the duelist what he wants to do. Okay, so that gives me full clarity because I know I'm working with a site partner.
I was gonna push up short.
Okay, I'll flash for you.
Negative.
Then listen to everything that I'm going to say here. This next part. I have one smoke. I'm going to have it cocked. After you shoot, if you kill one, I'm going to smoke it.
Negative.
Yeah, so as soon as he takes contact on them, I'm throwing a smoke out there. And here's my protocol in my head. If he sees nothing, I'm not going to smoke it. I'm going to smoke towards C long. Because it's likely they're going to end up going C. And this is going to create him space for him to move up. Because no one's challenging him here. So I've already like decided that in my head. What's going to happen. And I'm telling him exactly what I'm going to do when a certain action happens. So I'm already planning to shift towards C if he sees nothing here. Sorry, say again? PNG?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably
Yeah.
accurate on there.
Okay.
I'll get rid of it in a second.
Three.
Okay, so now I'm going to rotate. I'm going to try to hold the space. The smoke should delay them from moving in here, because now if they go in, they're worried about this angle and this angle. There could be another person in sewers. So it should slow down their take. I'm going to start communicating. I'm rotating in. I'm going to fight for this. I'm fighting for this. That's what I'm talking about. You watch my short?
I'm going to rotate behind.
I'm ping exactly where I want my teammate to be watching as I'm going to fight along.
Oh, Killjoy's mid. Grass.
They might cancel. Smoke's on B, or sorry, or nay. So what that call was a communication mostly to chamber, and also to Cypher that this could be a cancel. They could be going C because they're taking a little bit longer. And then I reconfirmed that they are coming at this point. One cross.
Darted.
Take the dart out. I was hoping that he would take the dart out. It didn't work, so I ended up dying here. Let's move ahead. 2 body shots for 34. I'm gonna smoke off mid window and then full. Let's do a mid push here. So the reason why I call for a mid push is why? What do you think?
It's eco. That's not my problem. Is that why you feel the need to smoke? I feel like you're just telling them if you're smoking a B window. You're like, hey guys, I'm gonna push down the mid because of that smoke.
Negative.
I'm gonna smoke off mid window and then.
Like if I'm playing against you and you throw that smoke, I know you guys are pushing.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this every single round then.
Yeah, if you do that every single round, then I'm gonna change the mindset of it. But
what you're describing is conditioning, right?
Yeah.
So now that I know that you're gonna do that, I'm gonna throw that every single round because why not? Right now you're gonna be worried and slowing down the entire time, allowing me to take space elsewhere on the map. So that's exactly what I want you to do. Send a bird down. I'm doing this purposely, right? So if I do this the first time and then you see us pushing down to it, you're gonna assume that the entire time it's gonna slow down your entire aggression. So now I've affected you psychologically the entire game. For Gray. Right? And I do this early into the game because I want to show them how I'm going to play so that I can play around with it. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Once again, I shouldn't be doing this because you're thinking too much again. And I'm going to make it worse. I'm going to make it worse right now, but I'm going to break down a little bit more so that you can see.
Curve it to like there.
Genji.
I mean, now I understand
That's,
at least
blind in
the
our face.
concept.
I think we send this. So I know they're there, so now it's like, okay, let's full send here because there's no risk. Because it's on eco. Yeah, swing, swing, swing. Watch C, I think? Might be
Yeah,
C.
Sounds like there are.
Are they C? Yep.
Yeah.
I'll swing.
Too close, one more.
It's on. So it's Omen.
Yeah, bomb.
That's bomb, that's bomb, that's bomb. I got 3 seconds of bomb. I'm calling it 3 seconds for smoke on the bomb is what I was trying to communicate, but I was so distracted with what I was doing.
I have a trip behind us.
One cubby.
I heard behind us, and I thought that meant that the Omen was behind and then the Jet was in front, so I decided to push this to force the fight. Because my protocol is, there's one person here, I fight with numbers over here and just try to challenge this person, kill this one, so that they don't pinch us on both sides. So, I heard behind us, but it was Trip is behind us.
Cubby last.
So I messed up.
Reload, hold on.
He's not behind us. You can hear me say, he's not behind us. No, honestly, I swung that because I heard someone say someone's behind us, so I wanted to force a fight on the front.
It might have been me. I was just saying that my trip was behind us.
Oh, okay, I heard someone say it's behind us. If you want to move up, Gray, along here, I got this long. So I'm telling him that I'm communicating, I have this line, so I have the push out. I will be peaked first, which means he can move up more freely and challenge if he wants to. So he's going to take that space. What that will do is if we have nothing here, again, same concept I was telling you about before, if you take space on something, we can automatically assume it's going to be towards A, which is perfect for us because the Cypher's already set up for a defensive setup.
Okay.
So we're going to take space on this angle over here. We have everything setting up for Gray. Nothing I'm rotating. And we can even have cheeks flashing if he wants to for him. So I'm rotating over and I'm throwing smokes to slow down their take right away. And we're assuming it's an A take at this point, based on what we know.
Sounds like short.
Bad smoke, bad
Two.
smoke, bad smoke.
I hit KJ's alarm 5. I think she's
Mid's
correct.
open. Sky, can you flash mid? B? I'm looking at threats. This entire time, I'm looking at the minimap. I'm like, there's a chance someone could have walked up here. So I'm asking him to flash B to confirm if there's anything there. Right now, we have full C control, so the only threat they can have, or only place they can be, is through here, here, and in A. So we've already limited all display space. See that? This is the only place they can be. So we're already set up for a full stack on A before they even hit A.
I got smoked off heaven.
He misses his flash, so I had to like help him here.
There's
Mid swing.
2, maybe 3 in short.
KJ turret mid.
I'm peeking on your contact
His window.
chamber.
They're rotating.
Numbers over there?
There's one more on me. Two on me. Grass.
So why did I throw that there? Here's a little advanced concept. Watch for the Jet dies. Numbers over there?
There's one more.
Where'd you get shot from?
Grass.
Yeah, he got shot from behind
spawn
him.
and-
No, he got shot from behind him. Watch it again. Chamber.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're rotating.
Numbers over there?
There's one more on.
First of all, if he was from in front, he would have seen him. Second of all, his X moves forward, which means he was shot from behind. So now I'm thinking timing in my head. If I'm going to throw this smoke, if I want it to be effective, they can already have garage. So let me throw it here to make them worry that there's someone else in C. Okay?
Me. Two on me. Grass.
I smoked our garage. They can still be up there.
Is KJ Omen.
Are they on site,
Coming
guys?
outside.
Are they on site, Sky? They're on site.
My tripwire got
They're on,
destroyed.
they're on. TP'd in the smoke, Never mind.
A Dolman. One long.
Fucking game. Fucking, I hate those corners, man. I fucking hate these corners. My memory forgets about that. Yeah, the minimap is huge. You can literally play the entire game off the minimap. You can play two. We should, at some point, guys, you should play a 2D version of Valorant, where we just have our map keys in front of us. So you press map, and everyone just plays map. We play 2D Valorant. It's totally possible to do. We did it once in beta for fun. If everyone knows where your head level is, it's just like it's easy aiming and shooting people.
Unplugging and plugging back in. I'm chilling. Darn it, keyboard, why are you doing that to me? It probably has something to do with the fact that my makeshift
Are you
setup
good?
is like...
Are you
I'm
good now?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Yep, I got it.
I know, right? Yeah, we have to. What's my sheriff?
Okay, I'm gonna play a weird spot on A then here.
One grass.
Good shot.
KJ grass.
Spike down.
Why do you think I shot like that?
Can you go back a little bit?
One grass.
Good shot.
K.
I mean, you just tried to free fire.
Yeah, there's more to it though. This is gonna make you think so much, man. Fuck, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking.
Okay, look at my
I'll
mini map.
find it.
Look at the mini map.
Yeah, look at yeah.
One grass.
If someone's window, what happens?
You're pulling crosshairs on you.
Yeah, and what's Gray doing right now? The Jett.
You have your Jett pushing up, so Jett has a.
Yeah. By the way,
have a free-
Jett is Gray. Jett is Gray. Just so that you know, the guy's name's
Yeah.
Gray. So I do that. Now, if he peeks out, there's less chance that someone from window is going to be challenging him and looking at him. Right. On top of that, if I shoot a shot here, I can see if there's someone towards window and communicate that. So I'm not really taking a risk right now. I'm just trying to like bait for information. They shoot back.
KJ grass.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Why do you think I threw that smoke?
My focus was on your first thing, and now I lost focus on the minimap.
10 seconds, I've already done like a million things already.
Bro, I thought someone was grass. I think someone is grass, but
Yep, so
can't
there's
tell.
someone grass for sure, but what does an aggressive smoke like this do for our Jett if we're on eco?
closing the distance. But
He can choose to hold, which he's doing right here, or he can choose to move into the smoke and challenge again if he wants to. Right, so I'm giving him flexibility. This will also slow down any aggression towards mid because now I'm worried that he might push it again. Right?
yeah,
I threw an aggressive smoke if you want to play. You don't have to play in it though. At any point here, I should be asking for information because I have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to be probably asking Cheeks what's going on and see. I'm shifting towards A.
So I want to get this going with me.
I feel like they're going to go A here.
It's grass.
I can't. I'm way away.
yeah, it could be either.
One more grass.
Go to garage.
Two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
They're gonna
making
go
an
C
assumption.
split.
Yeah, I'm assuming C. So I'm going to throw the smoke to slow them down. So they can he only has to worry about the right side.
I have a trademark on B, just in case you go through it.
I get flashed onto C.
Chance of them
Could be
being
up
in
in
garage,
garage.
so I make sure that I'm peeking here right now.
Yep. Definitely.
Oh shoot, there's someone still in their spawn.
I'm getting in the smoke.
Two garage.
3v2 situation, or 3v4 situation, how should you play?
Aggressive.
Right? Yep.
Omen. So.
No risk. That's why I'm playing here. Value. Okay.
That's right.
I'll watch one more round here. Ghost would have been fine. It's gonna take. You guys got it. Line on A here, real quick.
Get out of my way.
Doing this. Here's what I'm talking about with peeking for info. Like literally just jiggling it. Just want to see if someone's gonna be there.
I'm scared for your life. You could have died.
No, I backed up.
No, but
There's
you
a
could have
cam
died
on.
from the updraft
It's
Jett.
us. It's our cam.
If
Dude.
I hear a Jett,
Dude, if he does that, I'll shoot him in the
hold-
fucking face. I'm ready for him. Like I've seen
Yeah,
that before.
but you're not gonna hold him. I would have held him.
No. Backing off. I just would have fucking one tap him in the face if we did that. Nothing C long, watch your A. Shift over. I have done that before. How do you pronounce your name? Zezu. Is it Zezu? I've done that before. I know what you're talking about. Where I actually had the situation where I was right here and I threw the smoke high into the air. It's right here, but I threw it into the air. So as it was falling down, I jumped into the smoke so I can land into it. And it would land and they wouldn't be able to tell exactly where I was coming from. Because there's no way I can get out on site. So I had to do it from there. That was the only way. If that's what you meant. Playing Galaxy Brain Smoke. I'm just shooting. See nothing. I'm smoking deep C. Yeah,
So they smoke garage.
smoking deep C.
Jet's out already.
That was late.
Spike planted.
They're in garage. Nice. I smoke to the right. I'm flashing left. Flashing left.
Camera's one.
Flashing left. Okay, so smoke to the right so that they can path in without taking a fight. Flash the lane that they're going to be rushing in through. Alright. To clear it out. Now we're on site. Now it's a deathmatch on site, which is what you want. We haven't taken any contact in a while, so now I'm increasingly thinking that someone's playing in my smoke right now. Because we got out here without any contact on site. He's long, I think. 15 seconds of smoke.
Yep, one
I'm
long.
copy.
106 guy.
Garage. Sticking.
Gotcha.
Nice job.
Nice.
Nice.
Omen is the hardest controller to predict, making him super dangerous in the right hands. Okay, one more round here. And then we'll all switch back to your bud. I just literally stuck it because I was worried that we weren't going to win, and then I should have gotten off faster, right? Nothing A, watch your C.
They one way C. Smokes both.
Shift over to C, guys. I got A. Okay, never mind, you stay there, Cypher.
Silver
Sorry.
dart.
You gotta live here, Gray. Have a smoke behind you if you need it.
AJ Molly.
Smoke behind you if you need it. Okay, so
If
why
you're
if I
throwing
smoke?
that smoke,
Mhm.
that means that your intention is to retake with everyone, right?
Yeah, keep him alive. And he can also, if he wants to, he could play through that smoke and fight in 1v1.
They're coming in.
So I'm creating opportunities for him to like peek
I'm
in
just gonna
around
play
it.
retake.
You didn't want to smoke backside so he can stay and fight?
I threw that as an option for him. So he could be peeking in and out and fight from that spot if he wanted to. So I just tossed it behind him so that he
One
can
close left. One close left.
either dash through it and live, or play in through it and then peek in and out if he wanted to. Or fall back.
Planted.
Pushing into the smoke. Got him. Flashing sight, flashing sight. He's blind, blind, blind. One inside blind.
What? One's garage. Killjoy's garage.
Remaining.
Killjoy garage.
Last player standing.
Nice. Good job.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll go back to your bud. Does that give you a little bit more clarity on like pre-round stuff?
A little bit. It's gonna be different because your controller.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to how I play Duelist too. a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
challenging.
I guess you took the line on A long, so yeah, that's the same thing as a Joe would.
And you just have more flexibility of positioning with Jett because you can dash out. With Omen, I have to be very careful with where I'm standing. Right?
Yeah.
Austin's
Wait,
upset that I defused that last bomb
I
too.
misunderstood what he said. I think he asked me if you blinded me, but he didn't blind me, bro.
I thought you were talking to me right now.
thought he asked me,
tell.
can I blind you?
I couldn't tell.
Because I was looking at the money, bro.
That's good. So yeah, again, you know, if KO can throw a flash for you, a pop flash for you in mid, like even to land right here, so you can peek out with it, that could be an option if you wanted to fight this. Yeah, you're gonna get isolated here. Back off.
Nice.
You've already lost the space. You've lost the space. You've lost the space. Get out here. They're all in eco. You've lost the space. Back up. There's no need to be challenging 4 of them here. See, that's an awkward fight, and that's okay in the situation because you have a Vandal and he has a Sheriff. He wants that awkward close range fight. He wants a chance to like make it 50-50. In pistol round, when you were facing that frenzy, you did not want an awkward fight. You had the advantage of a stronger weapon that's good at long distance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, they're all mid. They're all.
Yeah, there's no rule saying you have to hold the space. You can easily just play back here and just spot it so that they can't get into B site. Like play Boba if you wanted to.
Holding A. They didn't walk to A yet.
He's on the
Fire,
right
push
still.
mid.
No, you're too low HP to be able to do that. He's hard right on you. Yeah, he's gone now.
One enemy remaining.
He's going back to main. Nice.
That's
Far
fine.
like.
I crossed through here anyway, so.
Yeah. Just saying, be ready to blind.
Yeah, they don't really push this shit every time. Even when they
Chad, do you want me playing
like,
ranked?
go A side, they just
I
like,
know
walk
the
in.
answer already.
And then I can blind for you and you can fight.
I think mid.
Oh
Ulted
my
B.
God.
B.
They're out.
Get out, get out. I have ult for you, Dave.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I don't mind this. It's fine.
Smoke's
Spike
about to
planted.
fade. in a
Smoke's gonna.
couple
Yeah,
seconds.
you're right.
You ready, guys?
See, but now they have the sparkles, so you don't have to worry about that, you know. But it's cool that you have that brain work down. We have sparkle smokes.
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
What's everyone's opinion on sparkle smokes?
Winster.
Yeah, you have 2 cloudbursts, man. If you wanted to peek this, throw one down next to you, to your left, so that you can peek it, and then afterwards, after it's cleaned, the smoke will go away and you know exactly where to place your crosshair afterwards. Okay.
Winstairs.
Wait, how's it going,
Oh my god,
Sushi?
they're pushing heavy.
Yeah, the whole point of cloudburst is literally just to like give yourself half a second to be able to peek out and clear at an angle for you.
One enemy remaining.
Pros aren't crying, pros don't care. You know, it's what time makes make a
Nice,
difference.
good job.
Nice. Good retake. Good all KO.
I think I personally don't like it because I think there's a layer of
Yeah, this is one of those
memorization
situations
and
where
timing
I can't
that
really
you should
avoid
have
anything, right?
with every single smoke. The one thing that makes sense though is that not every single smoke has the exact same timer,
Meaning
so you kind of have to
sometimes you're
have
gonna die, but,
individual knowledge of every
dying
single
is
smoke,
not my
which
problem.
can also be argued as a skill too. So I get it.
It's funny,
It just
I've
further
not been
emphasizes
playing
that a
this
lot of the
yet.
decisions that Riot has made has to make a dumbed down
Because
or
that
easier
deal
version of
that-
Counter-Strike in a lot of ways. But the overall game itself with Valorant is so much more complicated when it comes to the macro versus Counter-Strike. You could be dead on your left. Yeah,
Agreed, yep.
a lot of the problems that I see with mid play is they don't understand the timing it takes for someone to push in through tiles here. It's like literally like 2, 3, it's like 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4 seconds, something like that. It's like you can be really fast. Only affects lower heals, pros and cons. Sushi, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you. For gifting a sub to Lukey the vegan. This sounds like it's gonna be a B take. Okay, man. One middle, and then I think there's one in B main, which you heard run. Thank you,
I know, my
Sushi. Appreciate
instinct
you.
tells me that they're gonna go B main probably.
Yeah, it's a
Because they
5v2.
shifted towards bottom mid. I mean, they could go back to A.
Well, I mean, like, you've got all this A space right now, so we
Yeah.
have to be assuming same idea that we had with my VOD when we were looking at it, right?
One enemy remaining.
Ah! Fuck, I knew it.
We turned her back to where we killed him.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Yeah, yeah. Okay, in the higher rank, usually people are coming in pairs, right? Even in like team play, people are coming in pairs. So you just put your back towards the threat here.
Yeah, this is another example of like, you know they're gonna trade, but you forget in the moment again.
It's not even knowing about trading either. It's just knowing where the threat's coming from, right? So like you covered that threat, but you didn't cover anything about this threat. This is still a threat. Always expect there's going to be exactly what Us is saying. Always expect more, but always look towards where the threat could be coming from altogether.
I don't know, my instinct tells me that they're gonna go B main probably.
I certainly hope so. If you're seeing your A players pushing out A
One
completely,
enemy remaining.
there you go. Last guy's like sitting in T spawn, scared.
To us on defense. I'd be offing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Running backwards
Not
across
to win
tiles.
every round,
100%. I'll see. And the same speed backwards as you do forwards. What? You have 100%.
Baited! Look, I'm gonna buy
If you're playing Counter-Strike, running forward with W makes sense because you're moving fast. But you can run the exact same speed on across all of the...
I'm not sure if they've been wide swinging this. I know Kayo has been there. But...
You've seen that before. You've seen them swing this.
Yeah, I did, for sure.
Oh, 2 elbow, 2 elbow, 3 elbow.
hear anything?
Omen TP elbow. Like they're all hall.
Could be up on mid.
Like at least 3.
Spike planted.
Someone could be mid. I'm gonna re-clear mid.
4v5, you gotta move. You could totally go for a knife updraft play from here if you wanted to. Try to challenge them.
I did. I remember. I'm pretty sure I did. But then I just whiffed. It was funny. 2 main.
It's pretty tough, man. You're pretty much
I
dead
think
here.
no one in sight.
You're dead here though, right? Like the camera reveals you on minimap. People's gonna swing you right now. The fact that it took this long is a miracle as far as I'm concerned.
We're not Dan's. God damn.
I mean, like
Bro,
you put yourself in an unwinnable position, like unwinnable fight. Yeah, Tens loses this fight for sure. Because like they already know you're there. You're still revealed on the minimap. People can see you. They're swinging out with full gusto. Breathe. You know you're going into a fight. You know you're going into a fight situation. Just exhale out as you're about to take the fight. And when I was saying updraft, I meant updraft peek over this to like look into this area here. Like not into the actual site itself. So you can peek into that area with an updraft.
Best showcase of knife usage.
Yeah, I mean like you need to make your you need to make your life easy with the knives, right? Once you like kind of like float out there on a diagonal as well and expose yourself to 20 different angles, it's gonna be really fucking hard. I don't care how much aim labs you play, it's gonna be pretty fucking hard.
I'm gonna shift
smoke bottom mid right away.
Honestly, just because they want to aim. How do you do that in the air? It's different in the air or on the ground.
How do I practice it?
No, like how do you isolate angles in the air? I don't know.
Same way you would be moving, like across, right? Like same way you'd be moving across with your feet. You're literally moving across and clearing everything, right?
Lie.
Okay, whenever you see 5, just back up a little bit. 5 is like an automatic, I'm giving you space.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Oh,
Okay, you have at least another 10 seconds before that becomes a threat.
Get out of my way.
One pushing up elbow. Omen pushing up elbow.
You put yourself in a spot where you're gonna die 100%.
Headshot. Lost in sight.
Oh, 2 elbow.
That was actually such a good cloud burst and he freaked out.
I tried to run and gun.
That was perfect. Like if you just ran right at him, you would have had him.
Holding elbow.
But like you put yourself here and like you're dead. I can't believe that Omen didn't swing there. He just hesitated on you. But yeah, just run forward. Just hit W on him. Because you want to kill him and then jump basically up into the air to avoid the next fight.
Really re-wrap right now, main, so you could dive. Re-wrap.
You're planning on seeing teammates' inventory during the game to check what you still have. Yeah, like I set my push to talk key, which is left alt, to also show inventory. So if you see right here, you can see the inventory over their head. That's like an actual setting in game that you can switch around. So I have the same button where I'm just pressing it and it'll peer over their head when I'm in the middle of the game.
I know where Cypher's gonna play.
And that way, if I need to, like if I'm Jet and I can see that KO has a flash, I'm like, KO, can you flash here? I don't have to like ask him, hey Kayo, do you have a flash? Why, yes, Jet, I do have a flash. Where would you like that flash thrown? Well, I want the flash thrown here. Okay, great, no problem. Let me throw a flash. Instead of saying, oh, Kayo, can you flash here? Like, that makes it so much more easier. I have a TikTok on that as well.
B, right?
Chat.
If we knife him, we should just hard push.
Yeah.
All right, Mick, so our job here is to do what?
Take space.
Take space. That's all that matters.
Push the shit out of him.
I'll hold your main to see if anyone crosses.
Yeah, I noted this round that my entry timing was
That's
bad.
the W camera
Just
there.
died.
Okay, so everything has a cause and effect in this game. Okay? The impact of you not going for this knife is a factor.
Yeah, it's been a couple of rounds that I've not been shooting yet for some reason.
Okay, so how many people got detected on this knife?
I don't know if Cypher, at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, possibly
Cypher.
4. Possibly 4.
Yeah.
If you were them, what would you do?
Over rotate to B.
Rotate to
Stacks
B,
B.
push out A, potentially, right? Start moving, start being aggressive. So there's going to be a lot of motion from them right away. This is where you can cancel, re-hit A, and you can challenge that one person that's probably pushing through. If they're not pushing through, maximum you have is probably 1 on A. You can just totally take A right now and cancel here. You're going to be running into a shit show here. You can't move forward until you got that dash.
I'm going out.
Cloud
now.
burst to the left.
Hold on.
Fuck.
Woman's still in spawn.
Take a look at what you ran into here. We're gonna play this in super slow motion in a second here.
Next Cypher plays market.
It's like, just take this into perspective for a second here.
I'm going out now.
Hold on.
Like, 1,
I-
2, Cypher as well. 3 here, right?
I don't know how far was that trip, if I could hear it from the smoke. I guess not.
I think the mistake was made right off the knife.
Woman's still in spawn. Brandon, take peek. Oh, peek together.
That's what I had.
Right.
But the panel.
Since we weren't doing it. Dude, we need to stop taking ones.
I mean, we could dodge a KO knife. I don't know if they're gonna play it.
Blinding side.
Brimstone shouldn't be taking that fight. That should be yours. You move in, Brimstone baits you. Okay?
There we go.
You have to get okay with dying.
Technically, if I have angles to clear, I have no idea how he...
You go in, he comes in behind you, and if you die to the right corner because you're clearing it, or the left corner, he gets the trade on you. Okay?
I have to ignore certain angles, or...
No, you can clear the right if you want. Like, you can move in and clear the right really quickly, but you don't hesitate like this. He should not be clearing it for you. That was a faux pas, right? You move in, because you have the least amount of value in terms of overall util. Right? So you go in, he comes in behind you, you clear this corner, and the entire time he's looking to the left, because that's the only spot for his threat. Right? So you have to go first here. You also have your dash that you could have popped if you're worried about like taking a really bad fight.
Oh, someone could be here.
See, there's no... He should be Jet right now, you should be Brimstone. Based on what I'm seeing. Because you inherently don't want to be moving forward for some reason.
No!
Oh, you just moved forward. Wrong time to do it. There it is.
Yeah. There it
This
is.
is a bad plant. It's a really bad plant.
Don't get trip on flank.
This is, you can't wrap here because of the plant.
Both there.
You saw both of them on map.
They're gonna come back to me?
Possibly, but unlikely.
I'll help them.
One enemy remaining.
He's there.
Last player
50.
standing.
He's there. I love that call. Oh my god, no! Oh, you had him. Shit. Oh, you hate to see it. Fuck, he's gonna lose. Oh, fuck, he's gonna lose. No, don't peek. Chill, chill, chill. Wait for the tap. He moved, he moved, he's moved. He's not on it. He's not on it. He moved, he moved. He moved. Yes! 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 Let's go, son!
How we do it. Shit, guys.
I whiff so hard.
I got your backs. Just, you know, from the front.
Ostias doesn't know why you're looking for fights when it's 4v2. I mean, like, the entire team is looking for a fight there, for sure.
Okay, hear me out. How do I oversimplify the game? But then, so weird. I have to overcomplicate the game again with numbers. I don't know. But like, how do I find that balance? I have no idea.
That simplifies the game. When you're using numbers, it simplifies the game. It's just logic, right? If I were to say 1 + 1 = what, you would answer what? 1 + 1 equals
Wait, so
what?
I lost you too.
No, what is 1 + 1? What is 1 + 1? That's 2, right? It's not 3, right? It's literally numbers. You just say, if I'm up numbers, I don't need to fight. If I'm down numbers, I need to fight. It's that simple. It's just that. It's literally that. So if you're at 4v2 there, you didn't have to aggressively look for a fight, and the first thing you'd say to your team is 4v2, 4v2. And that should be enough to clue into their head that they shouldn't need to take a fight here. Right? If they decide to take a fight, that's on them at that point. You did everything in your power to control it. It's very, very simple.
Yeah, dodge,
Yeah,
there,
stand back,
okay,
stand back. Yeah, Saber just put a cage down.
There's a chance they can push up on you here. Be main. You're not really ready for it crosshair placement wise.
Oh my god, they both crossed.
No, I forgot because my Cypher had a cam for B main. But I forgot it at some point.
Oh, cool.
I think they instant smoke.
But I don't think he's on it, right?
Oh my
Now
god,
he's
they
on
both
it.
crossed, that's why. 2 cross
Might
tiles,
be in the
probably one more
pocket.
on A.
Here.
You just probably have 2
No,
fighting
you can't
on
be
B.
there. Cypher can.
You just probably have 2 fighting B.
Okay, so you have a wire
They
here.
have a gun, they have a gun. They have
Nice.
one-
Okay,
Down,
perfect.
down, down, go. Eyes down.
Yep, dude. Mark it. Probably a gun in there.
Oh, mark it.
Here I felt super uncomfortable because I'm 46 HP.
Yeah, so don't be in the open. Back off. Just play main.
3 market, 1 boba.
They're on a weak buy. We shouldn't be.
They're out.
We're in trouble now.
Both 2 swinging market.
Okay. You are reloading so fast. Holy.
They're
How
out.
Swinging. Both 2 swinging market.
many bullets you got? Mick?
What's up?
How many bullets you got?
11.
Cool. How many shots does it take to kill someone?
1.
Good answer.
I mean, it's true.
Where's Tash? Is Tash in here? Because Tash is like, oh, it takes 4. I'm like, excuse me, say that again. It's 1. It's 1 arrow. It's 1 bullet. All right. You keep telling yourself it's 1 bullet. I don't want to hear no 4-shot bullshit. You shoot them in the face.
I have your backside.
They could wrap
In this
here.
one, in this one.
Here.
You're good now.
One enemy remaining.
Backside.
Backside.
There you are, little shit.
Bro, I had to.
Especially when they're not looking at you. It's 50.
I'm 1 HP. It's so weird because in general I would never leave sight like this,
Or
but
if you guys
because
want,
I'm
you
1
can make noise on
HP.
B and we can
No, because you're 1 HP. You actually shouldn't have peeked that jet at all. Just wait for him to tap, and then you can go for it.
wait for them to push A.
So you didn't
very
really have to
true,
fight
very
From
there.
mid or from...
Yeah,
Say again?
Yeah. They either push both.
Say again?
I said you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We have no one to make noise on B.
Safety's off.
You from Quebec?
Yes.
Nice. I'm Canadian as well.
There's 2A.
I really hate when teams play back like this and you're not playing on the barrier, because now you're just giving them space on A main and they can just take it for free. So there's a chance that Brimstone can die like right now.
They think it's only Cypher.
Yeah, we did that to dodge the KO knife, right?
Oops.
Good.
Nice pick. Reyna should be on A too. Flashing side jet.
When I'm going fast, my crosshair placement is like all over the place.
Yeah,
and I'm going super fast.
Just gotta relax. Just gotta relax. CTs are priority right now. And I honestly would play back halls. Let's go back halls. It's 5v4.
One enemy remaining.
Omen TP somewhere.
2 left.
In the smoke.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Okay.
No one left to send a message. Oh well.
I went there at the end because I heard shooting from them.
Austin makes a really good point. Visualizing your pathing going into a site is really important as well as an attacker. As an entry, like saying where you're going to go. You've been communicating it. It's really important. I expect they're going to be aggressive somewhere here. So it's either B main or they're pushing through mid, I think.
Yeah, I just have no idea if I'm supposed to pat
You
elbow
just group with
or side.
Group with your team. Group with your team here. Group with your team whenever you're playing against
You gonna
Nico.
dodge the KO knife?
It does not matter what they know on this round because they're on eco, and you can easily just run out and they won't be able to hit you with it.
Dodge the lay, I meant.
Oh man, they could have swung you on your left.
Jet top mid. Nice. Go ahead, go ahead. Flashing side.
There's two on site.
Could be another one here. Yeah, Omen's created such a beautiful position for him right now, for himself. I'll just shoot through the smoke really quick. Oh man, yeah. I was gonna say you just let your planner die. You just let your planner die, man. I was literally going like, oh man, this could be like, this is very simply like Omen has to be playing it here, right? So look at this. But you going here, you totally gave him an opportunity to walk up on Cypher.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god. You see that? You see that?
Yeah.
Poor Ash. Poor Ash.
Yeah, so Omen either had to be like in the smokes or like here or elbow.
Yeah. Your priority there is protect the planter on that smoke sitting there.
It's like one of the twos, honestly.
We also play kite. I need to figure out where the Cypher is, whether he's backside or market.
Right here.
Yeah, my struggle with the entries are usually against ciphers. I think I have to switch my entry pathing.
You just gotta get your KO to fucking set you up with a knife.
Fully trust that
And a flash.
that they can.
Don't peek yet.
Just move to the left. Move to the left. Peek on the other side. Peek a deeper line. See if you can find
There's
him.
nowhere Cypher is.
Challenge him. See what KO's doing? That's what you should have done.
So one way.
Nope.
Camera taken out.
Do you have 2, maybe 3 here?
Someone could be spawn right now.
Just got spammed.
Like, take mid space. If Cypher's putting his stuff there all the time, like, take mid space and challenge market. Could have pushed out here.
Oh, fuck, he's on the right. See that?
Launching smoke.
Yeah, we're wasting dashes a lot. It almost feels like you're just lurking right now.
Okay.
What?
Spike down mid. 30 seconds left.
Don't have bomb, that's crazy. Well, I have to make a
Pretty
gamble that
definitely, right?
I elbow. I have to make noise.
There's 2 mid.
Just don't have the
Player
bomb.
standing.
I mean, the dash as well, like, there's a whole lot here.
Spammed.
Let's go and challenge mid. Like, I would just go challenge mid right now and just, like, see what's going on over there. See if you can work a pick. Kind of like what they were doing. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Someone could be here though.
And then immediately you pop dash here to like take a fight, I guess, and to leave.
But they're not gonna re-swing.
They're
so,
not.
yeah.
Well, they shouldn't re-swing. And then you also have Brimstone on a deeper line than that.
Milwaukee.
What?
Spike down mid. 30 seconds left.
Don't have bomb. That's crying. Well, I have to make a gamble that no one is elbow.
Let's move on.
I mean, the problem was mid round. It's like
Like,
routing
they don't put a
mid.
lot
I
of
wanted to
round.
walk A, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
So we died with the bomb because I didn't say anything.
that's one factor.
That's on me.
Just shoot the knife. Just become shoot it.
I've been using his KO knife for
Swing him, swing him.
what is bro
There you go.
doing? What?
Nice. Wait. Wait.
Mark it and then
Kick off.
Okay, perfect. Cypher step is down.
Blinded. Other two are still rotating through Boba. Oh, and Boba.
Enemy spotted.
Planted the spike.
Just get to A main. Yes, I get to B main.
Oh, mark
main.
it.
You put yourself in such a
Right, step through.
awkward spot. Damn.
One enemy remaining.
Boba. Backside. Backside.
Don't peek, Cypher.
These stairs now.
Yeah, say peek on my contact. That's what you should be doing. Just literally just waiting for the bomb.
Not those stairs, the other stairs.
It's okay.
Good.
Nice.
Aw, thought to try harder. Win. Show me where to go.
Like nowhere.
Pick, and then we'll rush her. After go one pick.
Like KO knife.
No one's speaking.
What's the worst case scenario if you get hit by the KO knife?
I mean nothing really.
Yeah.
They know our location. That's it.
Yeah, so they know your location, so you can cancel. You could keep hitting it if you want. Back off. They're gonna move around, right? That's the worst case scenario. They're gonna move around, which is what we want them to do. The key to really winning offense rounds is to get them to move. So there's benefits for getting hit by the knife as well. Sometimes I literally will. There's actually a round on my VOD here where I get hit by a dart intentionally. This again is gonna make you think too much, but I'm gonna show it anyway, because why not? It's not this round. I think it might be this. No, not this round. It's following round. Okay, so this round ends up not going well, if I remember correctly. Dart. We have Sova long. Chill. Walk. One directly on aim. Default.
I'm out off.
We can just chill. We have two in A. You guys can rotate out, honestly.
One happened.
3.
You
One
guys
flank.
rotate out.
One flank.
Flank. Hit. Someone hit 40. Nice.
Okay, so watch what happens here. So smoke goes out. The dart comes up. I break it. I step out to get scanned by it. And the reason for it is I'm trying to keep these guys rotated towards A so that these two have a more free sight when they go towards C. Right? Like, there is intention behind sometimes getting scanned. Okay? Doesn't end up working out because they end up getting diffed in mid, but there was a 2v1 on mid, so it wasn't even a strategy problem at that point. So it's not necessarily bad that you get hit by a knife.
2 mid, 2 top mid. 1 left, 1 right.
Charlie's finally ready for bed. Sweet.
Bowman was there, yeah.
Oh, I remember this. Elbow. So awkward to go forward when they know.
Well, I mean, like, just cloudburst so you can move up. Cloudburst, clear this, and then peek it. Right? Just, like, take away the angle. If she ends up like swinging through the smoke, then she swings through the smoke, and then your teammate picks up the trade, right? I think you can definitely use your cloudburst a little bit more. Like that was better, right? You just missed at that point. You got the trade. Let's move ahead.
Yeah. There's a comp. My guys have been great this game, but that's not my point. My point is that sometimes I feel like
I need more VODs from you.
Their spacing is
I need more VODs from you.
like so like off.
Cage trigger.
Let's see.
What am I
let's see.
yapping about?
I'm so gonna listen to it
There's a
again.
comp I should have said. My guy
On site,
default.
Bounce.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Because my guys have been great this game, but that's not my point. My point is that sometimes I feel like my teammates are like way too. Their spacing is like.
Yeah, because you're not action calming at all. Like you're not talking about I'm taking space on elbow, I'm moving up, here we go, 3, 2, 1, dashing into sight. Like this is like soon.
so like off.
Cage trigger.
Yeah, that's true. I give information where I hear I just basic information, I guess.
Yeah.
But
you're
action
not,
comes, I don't.
yeah, you're not giving people the information of when you're gonna go into sight and all that good stuff. Like they're on eco right now, man. They're on a shit buy. Just fucking go for it. Cloudburst to the right and peek this left side.
Okay, attack that. I can back for you guys. Back inside.
I still hear one on B. There's two. I think there's two B sides. So.
Yeah, these peaks could have been a little bit cleaner too. You have knives here. You can like updraft knife them. Okay.
Could be elbow. Yep.
Launching smoke.
Nice. That worked.
Oh yeah, remember? Are you guys ready for the whiff of the lifetime?
I mean, you shouldn't be fighting this at all. She's already chosen her life at this point. She's chosen her life.
Are you kidding?
Now you made it 2v2. That should never have been a fight that you take. It's already, like, you can't save her. She's dead.
Are you kidding?
That whiff was not you aiming bad. That whiff was not you peeking bad. That whiff was you should never have peeked in the first place. That's what that was. Right? That's the universe punishing you for something that you shouldn't have done. Right? I'm a firm believer that the universe is a very good teacher.
But the banana man theory about
I don't want
if your teammates are aggressive.
I don't want to hear fucking Blue Jade and bullshit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay.
That's one thing I fundamentally disagree with Wujin on. There's no reason to be peeking in a 4v2 right now, right? If Reyna is that far ahead and she dies in that situation, and then you peek afterward, creating another 1v1 and creating this 2v2 opportunity for them to win this round, there's no justification that any potassium man will ever tell me that will say that's a good play. It's like, sorry, it's not gonna happen. Like it's like there's definitely, I understand what he's talking about. There's definitely times where you can do that, where it makes sense to do it, but there's definitely no justification in that particular round. I saw that one too, but that was a different scenario again. Not all rules fit. You can bend the rules in certain situations, but that's not the time you bend it. That is not the time you bend it.
Best way you can handle that situation is laugh it off.
No, Odie's back. Odie's back. I don't know if he's still like consistent, but he is back. Yeah.
Is there something specific that you wanted to? Because you said I want to watch more VODs. Was there like?
I need more from you. I just need to see more, because I don't think we got into the root issue here with some of the stuff. But what are your top takeaways from today?
I mean, there's only one takeaway.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest takeaway, I guess.
What's that?
But I don't know how to fix it though, so.
Okay, what's the takeaway? So let me help you.
I'm thinking too much.
Okay, so how can we make the game more simple for you? What do you think you need to do to make the game more simple?
That's a good question.
Still nothing, eh? Holding the cross.
Because I know
There you go, you peeked out.
when I try to make things simple, I'm gonna go back to fighting and 5v2s is the problem.
I panicked.
Because I've been doing that in the past.
Completely panicked.
Cypher's going A, going A,
30
going A.
seconds
Cypher's
left.
on A, Cypher's on A.
That sounds more complicated. That sounds like not simple. That sounds like you were going more complicated.
Spike planted. One enemy.
Because again, 1 + 1 = what?
2.
Right. It doesn't equal 3.
Good shit. Yeah, what ended up happening is that
Is this the same VOD
sometimes
that
it happens
has
a
the
lot
aspirations of
where,
competing? Yes, Austin.
Same ticket.
What is too
I'm gonna
complicated?
wide swing.
What is too
I'm
complicated?
gonna like overflick on someone because
I mean, you can... Are you talking to me, Austin, or you're talking to him? Because, like, what he's describing there is, like, I know I'm going to start going more aggressive again. And just taking fights. But it's like, if you're taking fights when your number situation doesn't favor you, or it does favor you and you're taking fights, then that's overcomplicating it. It's like, you can actually just, like, literally just let your keyboard go and you win the round. Like, there's literally something to be said about having numbers advantage where you just, like, don't do anything and you win. I've actually given that advice before. I'm like, if you just went and grabbed lunch and came back, you would have won the round still. But as soon as you did something, that's what caused the ship to fall apart. You basically snatched defeat from the hands of victory, right?
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
think they're gonna be in a certain location and
What is
they're
being
like
overthought?
way past.
Sorry,
I
say again. You said that again, sorry.
Asti-esque. What is being overthought? I mean, pretty much everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're deep diving every concept and you're like trying to get into their heads, and I feel like you're being a little bit of a rocket scientist playing chess. Like a very, not chess, but like checkers, like very, very simple game, but you're trying to like see deeper. It's like just move the pieces. Playing.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get. You're saying you don't have to think, but every time I make a bad play, oh, you should have thought here. You should have used your brain and don't peek or something. So like,
I never said that to you once.
no, but like, I don't know. Like in some of the mistakes that I did.
Which ones? Which ones?
The dash in market when I should have gone back, I don't know, main or something. I don't remember.
Okay, so like for example, when they were pushing you here on market, I gave you a very specific protocol for that. Get a kill, fall back, right? Do you remember your protocols? What we talked about today?
Are you talking about the
Like this situation that we
UFO
just,
thing or whatever?
That's one protocol. Yeah. That's for identifying where position is and where you should be standing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what else? What other takeaways do you have from that? There's other protocols, right? Get a kill, fall back. On defense, you get a kill, you just fall back. You don't have to challenge for another one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're up numbers, what do you do?
Nothing. Go eat lunch.
Go eat lunch. Cracked breakfast. Right over here. Cracked breakfast. Right in the market. Just chill. Chill, let them make the next move. You don't have to do anything. You can peek for information. How do you peek for information?
Jiggle or jump spot.
Jiggle or jump spot. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. When you're down numbers, what do you do?
Aggressive.
Play aggressive. Because there's nothing to lose, right? So this right here, this positioning, is too aggressive in a 5v1. You've now isolated a 1v1. No one can trade you, right? If we did UFOs here with this positioning, can anyone use utility to support you?
No.
Nope. Can you get flash here? No, it's not going to be a thing, so I'll give you a check mark. But you could get flash here, and you can't dodge it with any kind of natural cover. Okay? On angle or off angle?
On angle.
Yep. So pointing against you. Can you escape? If they swing you? Nope. Okay. Can anyone trade you?
Nope.
So 1 out of 5. Okay, so when you're doing your VOD review, you ask those questions, you're like, okay, and this is why it didn't work, right?
She's out, she's out.
Backside. Stairs.
Okay. So you're playing aggressive when you're down numbers. You're just going for it at that point because there's nothing to lose. So those are the major protocols that we went over today.
That's why I can't VOD review myself, because I'm gonna start thinking about scientist stuff or whatever. And I'm not gonna be able to pinpoint what exactly is wrong.
Asti, thoughts? Look for that. Okay, yeah. Okay. So Asti's saying, look at your VODs with one thing in mind. So whatever it is that you want to focus on. So if you were to rate yourself out of 10 in all the skills that you think are important, let's say we were to write down, let me just pull up a notepad here. Pull up a notepad. Okay. So what are the most important skills in Valorant? What do you think?
Positioning, but is it part of game sense? Probably.
Game sense is not a thing. We're not going to say game sense because game sense is everything.
Oh yeah, because it's it's everything.
Game sense is everything. So positioning, cool. What else?
Mechanics.
That's too general. What's mechanics?
Aim, movement.
Okay, aim, movement. What else is important? Chat, you can join in. What else is important?
No clue.
This is it? That's all Valorant is positioning, aim, and movement?
Yeah, util usage is good.
Based on your VOD review, I think there's a whole lot more to it than positioning, aim, and movement. Decision making, that's too general. Util? Sure, we can put util usage. Come on, guys. Come on, you guys. You watch worthy stuff all the time, and you don't even know the C word. No one said the C word once. Thank you. Comms. There we go. Comms. Very important. Okay. What else is important? What else is important? Skins? No. That's no. You're banned. Ban him from chat. Kills. Lily's also banned. Ban them both. Joking? No, you're banned, bro. We don't joke here. This is not a fun environment. This is a serious environment. Map knowledge. Yeah, I love that. Map knowledge. Okay. What else is important? What?
I mean, is map knowledge the same as awareness, or?
Awareness is a general topic.
Yeah. Okay.
So, mini map skills. You can put that in. Right? You can judge mini map skill. Fighting for space. That's like map control, map knowledge. There's a 1 second timeout. It was a joke. It was just a joke, man. I was out here breaking people's hearts. Winning. Come on, let's go, guys. Mental, thank you. We got another one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a really good one. Enemy patterns. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can say, well, like, generalize that more. I mean, specify that more. What's enemy patterns mean? Okay, so let's just go with this list. So we got mental, mini-map skills, we have map knowledge, we have comms, we have util usage, movement, aim, positioning. Rate yourself out of 10 in each of these. So positioning, out of 10. What would you give yourself?
2.
2 out of 10, okay.
I think it's probably my worst.
Okay, aim?
Aim, I mean, 7, 8.
What is aim? What is the definition of aim for you? Like, what is aim?
Crosshair placement,
okay,
crosshair discipline.
Crosshair placement, I'm going to put as another one category. Okay. So what is aim? If it's not crosshair placement, what is it?
Micro adjustment?
Yeah, it's your ability to micro adjust. That's what I look at it as. It's just moving your mouse, right? That's all that aim is. And aim, honestly, is such a small part of this game, but people say it's like the most important thing, right? Everyone looks up, how do I make better aim? How do I have better aim? It's like, okay, like there's a lot more to it than just aiming, right? Aiming is such a tiny thing. So crosshair placement. So your micro adjust is aim. So what's your micro adjust skill like? Your aim? What's that out of 10? How good do you?
7, 8.
7, 8. Okay, so we'll put an 8. Okay, cool. Crosshair placement. How good is that?
8.
Okay, let's watch a round.
Okay, so 1 round defines me being bad. Come on.
I'm never gonna tell you you're bad. I said we're gonna be really honest with ourselves. So you said you're an 8 out of 10. So let's watch.
Mid.
Nice.
Which fight were you going for there?
No clue.
Mid.
That's crosshair placement, right? If you're going for this fight, first of all, you're blind peeking into this, right? Now, you're looking up here. Was it the fight for down here, like down here? Was it a fight for someone who's going to be here? What was the fight going to be for? That's part of crosshair placement, like intention when you're placing your crosshair, intention when you're going to take a fight. That's all part of it. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad.
Okay, they're all mid. They're all
That wasn't bad. So what fight were you looking for there? Someone close? Someone down here?
Yeah. Yeah, someone close.
holding A. They didn't walk to A yet.
They might have pushed mid.
Where is everyone hiding?
How's it going, Caleb? Good to see you.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
He's going back to main.
Blinds and
So let's watch one more. Where was that intended to be? What fight were you trying to do? Someone here?
Yeah, someone exactly in the wall.
Mickey Mouse on the wall?
Exactly, yep.
Right. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, my crosshair place is probably like 6 out of 10 right now. Like, it's way low. It's pretty shit. Like, you'll see stuff like this all the time. But you can easily, like, dissect, like, okay, what was my intention there? Like, every single movement should have intention behind it. Right? So, after looking at that, what would you give yourself out of 10 for crosshair placement?
I mean, I know the real answer, but
Give me the real answer. You give me
6 or 7.
6 or 7? Okay.
But
Let's go 6 or 7.
if you're looking at this, you could say 0. But
I didn't say
basing
that.
on just one situation would be
I wouldn't
bad,
say
I
that.
guess.
So let's say it's 6 or 10. Let's go with that. Okay, so your movement out of 10.
I don't know. I think it's off 5, 4.
Okay, 5, 4. Let's put 5 out of 10. Util usage. Based on what you saw in this VOD, do you think your util usage was really good? Or is
No,
there
it's like
opportunity?
positioning. 2.
So 2? Okay, cool. So there's your another big opportunity there. Comms. How was your comms this game? Out of 10.
All I'm missing in comms is action. So I'd say 6.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a 1 out of 10. No offense. There's lots of opportunity here, okay? There's lots of opportunity. Map knowledge.
Okay. If you map knowledge, I mean, sunset is not something that I'm good at, so
Okay, so we have an opportunity here. So we'll just leave this as an opportunity. We'll say that. Okay, so mini-map skill. There was a few hiccups, but I'd say for the most part you're pretty good here. Like, you had a couple hiccups, so I'd say like 7 out of 10. Okay, mental. Any opportunities here, you think? On mental?
mental it
Yeah.
it changes. It changes every day. One day can be 10, one day can be 0. It depends.
Okay, so there's good days and bad days. So that's going to be like a
Yeah.
whole other deep dive conversation. Like, how do we break that down a little bit more? So I would say that there was no opportunities on this VOD where you had like a poor mental. I think you were very good with curiosity, which is one of the big keys. Like, if you're ever frustrated, angry, anything like that, always counter with curiosity. Why did that happen? Right? You can just like immediately jump to that. Boaster's really good at that. Tens is really good at that. They're really good at taking extreme ownership. And I think the main thing that you did really well here was mental. So I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10 on your mental today. Okay? Now, the reason why I gave you 1 out of 10 on the comms is because action comms is the most important thing that you can possibly do as an entry fragger. You need to communicate at all times what you're doing with your teammates. And the reason being is that you are taking space, and if you make an action and people do not follow up on you, that's directly your responsibility. That's why I always take direct responsibility whenever I'm entry fragging to deliver what I am doing, because I know that 4 other people on my team, especially people who I've not built cohesion with or anything like that, they have no clue what I'm going to do. 0 clue, right? As I get higher in the ranks, people can start predicting things and see what people are doing based on their emotion, but you still cannot assume anything, because as soon as you assume, you're mixing your preference for what's actually reality. Your expectation is not being met properly because your expectation is overdoing what actually should be happening, right? So your comms have a big opportunity in terms of you actually delivering what you're doing, what you're saying, and then at the beginning, what your intention is, right? Your comms, by your definition, was 6 out of 10, I think is what the number you gave yourself. You are giving yourself this information or this number because you are talking about where people are, right? Which for me is like bare ass minimum. I give maximum 3 points for that, right? Maximum 3 points for that. And based on what I saw, there was opportunities where you even missed it. You didn't calm anything. Like, for example, this entire time when you were fighting in market here, nothing was said at all, right? Listen back to what you said here.
Funny, bro.
Nothing.
Mid.
Nice.
Nothing.
Blocking sight.
Nothing again.
Headshot.
Like, take a look at what Rain is doing right now. All right?
Yeah.
If you're here and you communicate, you see 3 or 4 of them here, right? You see all 3 of them here, confirming that, Reyna would be full running this right now, right? You're directly responsible for everyone's action. Look at what Cypher's doing. Cypher's literally just staring into a wall right now, while the remaining 3 people are towards mid. He's not doing anything. And this is where I say you need to take direct responsibility for this, because there was not one single time you pressed your push talk key here. You didn't talk through any of these fights, and you should be able to fluidly communicate while you're fighting, right? So where's your push to talk key?
I mean, it's on the key that you said that's not good, but I use it with thumb, so it's fine.
You use V?
Yeah.
It's not that it's not good. It's like, as long as you're pressing it with your thumb, it's fine. But you need to be able to
I don't
it.
put thumb on my my space bar. My space bar is like, I use it 5% of the time, if not less.
So where is your thumb located? Is your keyboard turned to a side or something like that? Like, are you able to access the V key all the time?
It's always on the V key, my thumb.
So you're okay, so it's always there. Okay, perfect. So you're able to access it then. So you need to get used to communicating while you fight then. So one drill that you can start doing is playing deathmatch, pressing your push to talk key and swinging those angles and communicating it. Right? So you should be actively doing that. It's something I have Radiants do all the time. So like, for example, you're playing a deathmatch and you're peeking long A, 3, 2, 1 peeking A. There's one towards A left side, right? Like, that's what you can be communicating the entire time while you're fighting. You have to be create the habit inside your brain for calming everything. Yeah, exactly. Asti, you and I, we complete each other's sandwiches, man. We complete each other's sandwiches. You need to actively be communicating while you're fighting. It's like one of the most biggest keys. Your goal is to become pro. They're always talking to each other, and they're able to multitask while they're fighting, right? So that would be something I give to you. Do you understand how that drill works? Like, how are you going to do that? Like, you go into a deathmatch and you communicate every single swing that you're doing, every action, until it becomes fluid.
I started to do that already.
Good. So yeah, let's get you doing that. Okay. And then the next time we do a VOD, I want to see at least a 4 out of 10 on your communication. Let's start like easing that up. So the point of doing this list here. Okay, I'm going to give you all of this here in your message. Where are you? There you are, Mick. There you are, Mick. Okay, so this was your list here. Sorry, I didn't space it out properly. What you need to ask yourself now is, if you're not a 10 out of 10 in any of these categories, you need to ask yourself, what do I need to do to become world class at these skills? And what I would do is I would focus on the smallest numbers. So comms, for example, 1 out of 10. That's number 1. Okay, util usage. Look back on this VOD and see like why you use your dash at certain times. Try to clean that up. Did I use my cloudburst effectively enough to be able to isolate fights? Those were 2 major opportunities for you. Another big one was positioning, right? You had the positioning seminar. You watched it all, Mick?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to re-watch it again. Where is it? I'm gonna get the seminar VOD for you, and I'm gonna link it to you. Copying this. Copy. There you are. Done.
I think I can focus on 1 or 2 at a time. I can't really focus on everything because.
No, you're doing 3. That's literally what I'm gonna have you do. You're doing comms, you're doing util usage, and you're doing positioning. That's all that matters. Everything else you just don't worry about right now. Right? Those are the 3 things that you're focusing on. So the next game that you end up playing, you're gonna focus on communication, you're gonna focus on your positioning, and you're gonna focus on util usage. That's it. If you want to work on just 1 or 2 of them, like say comms and positioning, you can focus on that. And that's going to be your small victory, right? That's all that matters. Okay? So that's all that literally matters. Is just like you working on that factor. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but now what do I do with the overthinking? How do I fix that?
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into another game and you're going to focus on comms, and you're going to focus on positioning. You're not going to work on anything else but those 2 things. If you are overthinking beyond those things, it's because you're not focusing on those 2 things. That is all you have to do, is just focus on those 2 things and skill those things up. Then after a while, you'll skill something else up. You'll skill something else up. You'll skill something else up. And then it'll all come natural for you. Okay? But your overthinking is probably coming from you focusing on every single one of these at once. Just focus on 1 of them. 1 of them or 2 of them. Okay? Yes?
Okay.
No?
Yep.
Okay. Just focus on that. I don't care if you win or lose any of the games. I just want these numbers to go up, because the results will take care of themselves if you up these skills. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah, it's very rare, but we want you to autopilot. Okay.
It's very rare, but yeah, actually, yeah, I'd say this is probably one of those rare cases where I want you to autopilot. I agree, to a degree. God, this fucking Steam notification. I even cross replace them probably both between 2 and 6. Yeah. Is that help you, Mick? Is that like a clear path for you? Or clearer path for you?
Yes, I just need to have like 3 different exercise for the different skills. I mean, you gave them to me already. You said the deathmatch thing, the positioning video, and then util usage. I can just watch pros, but
you don't really have to watch pros for that. You just need to like intentionally use the util, right? Intentionally use the util. And if you look back on your gameplay, you'd be like, okay, well, I had opportunities where I just popped my dash for no reason, right? That's like a very simple thing. Like, don't even worry about util right now. Have util as your 3rd thing. Focus on communication, focus on positioning. Positioning should be number 1, because that will literally rank you up, right? You can get to, I wasn't kidding when I said in the seminar, if you follow every single protocol in this positioning seminar, you will get to immortal, minimum. Because you're going to outposition everyone. Nobody thinks like this. If you watch that seminar, if you're a tier 3, if you have not watched that seminar, you're literally holding yourself back. It's 1 hour of every protocol I've ever done in tactical shooters for positioning and knowing exactly where to be, when to be. It's literally all there. I'm literally giving you a free fucking rank up to immortal if you watch that full hour. If you take the notes on the full hour. Right?
Yeah.
So like positioning priority 1, and then the util usage, like it's super simple. You pop dash when you need to pop dash. If you understand positioning, you will know when you need to pop dash. You were popping it right at the beginning off of one single fight, which could have been a fear-based thing as well. Okay.
I don't know why I feel like. Why do I feel like I need to defend myself sometimes?
Defend yourself for a popping dash?
Yeah, because my excuse is that it's sunset. Is what I mean.
Okay.
Like,
do you have another VOD?
I mean, not right now, but I'm gonna upload.
Because I bet I would see if you were playing on Breeze, you'd still pop your dash. You peeked out somewhere, like instantly. The first thing you're gonna do is thinking about popping dash, instead of saying, "Well, it's on defense. I don't really need to force any fights right now. Let them come to me and then pop dash later, when I can guarantee fights that are gonna go in my favor." Right? If you're popping dash like the first 5 seconds into the round, it's kind of like you're taking a fight that's almost unnecessary. You didn't really have to, and you're playing in a position, again positioning, where you're putting yourself in the open, where you're forcing a fight for one, and your only escape is that dash. You're like necessarily having to do it. Your two characters ever played are Jett and Reyna, is that right?
I mean, I play others, but I prefer those.
Yeah, and that's yeah, right away. It's the funniest thing, man, because every time I have a student that comes in and says I play main ranges Jett and Reyna, this is the number one issue, is positioning. The number one issue. Because you put yourself in spots that you don't necessarily need to. There's what was it? Menmaru. I gotta use Menmaru again. Menmaru is like, the only thing you need to know to be able to get to diamond is aim and making sure that you get your 50-50s. It's like, oh my God.
No minimap.
Like, no minimap, none of this shit. It's like, do your 50-50s, right? I'm just sort of like, no, it's not fucking wrong, right? You don't have to take 50-50s on defense. You don't have to. You inherently have an advantage. But if you put yourself in a position that will be forced to 50-50, you're going to take a 50-50. Why, though? You have the inherent advantage of time. You don't need to force a fight. You don't need to force 50-50. Why wouldn't you position yourself for a 70-30, right? Where it's like 70% in your favor. Why not take that fight over a 50-50? There's just no need for it. And their justification is, well, you got to build your confidence up. Well, your confidence will be pretty fucking good if you win every single fight because it's a 70-30. You're building a good habit with your position. So the next little test for you, man, would be to move out of these two. Move out of these two roles here with Jett and Reyna and choose a character that's going to punish you for your positioning, right? Choose a character like a controller, for example. Choose maybe a Sentinel Assault Chamber, right? Something that does not have a get out of jail free card so that you can get more punishment to your positioning and you can learn from that punishment. Because a lot of the positions that you took, you remember that one time when you're standing out in the middle outside market, right? Like that's a perfect spot if you have a dash, right? You're fine with that. You can get out of that situation. But after that, it's like, you know, what do you do, right? I know. What do you think about the new agent that's going to join? I think it's just another Reyna, Mr. Wow. He's not even playing the game. Main Reyna and Jett. Mick, is that give you something tangible to work with? Is that good?
Yes, that's good.
Okay. You can always reach out to me, man. And I have the Patreon area where you can literally drop questions. If you have a round that pops up where you're like, I have no idea what to do in this situation, you can literally just send me that round and I'll break it down for you. And I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I think having good tasks to do is going to be super helpful. I think that's what I've been missing. Yeah, I think that's what I've been missing, because even if you know that you have to work on something, if you don't have a good task to do, then it's hard to apply.
Okay, let me just DM comms action, swing and action comm. Use a character without a get out of jail free card.
That one is gonna be hard though, because it's the other. It's so boring. Like, well, if I don't play a duelist, it's boring.
You're probably gonna. Well, I mean, this is a skill that you necessarily need to have, and this will improve your duelist. This will improve your Reyna. This will improve your Jett, because you won't take positions that are unnecessary, right? You'll play to natural cover more, and then when you need to take that off angle, you'll feel more confident playing it, right? You feel more confident playing it. Use a character without a get out of jail free card. DM comm swing, action comm, the positioning seminar.
Yeah, I don't want to think about the other agents util too much.
Yeah, just honestly, you're playing those agents primarily to understand your positioning and why you cannot stand in certain spots. You gotta be punished more. That's ultimately what it is. You are gonna derank from this. It's just it's a natural flow of this because you have to be punished and lose a lot in order for the lessons to sink in. I'm playing the long game for you right now, Mick. So do not be discouraged if you lose a ton of games doing this. You have to get used to it, right? And learn this part. It's kind of like this. You've built up a beautiful building, right? But it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And the reason why is because you've missed a foundational part of the game. And I don't blame you because you went to Jett and went to Reyna right away. And it was fun for you. But playing off those, you end up building this unstable foundation for your game. And that's where the building starts tilting and leaning over. Right? So that's the issue that I have. So do those 3 things right now. Positioning seminar, rewatch it again. Take your critical notes down. And then use a character without a get out of jail free card. And then DM comm swing. And work with that. Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. I gotta run for another VOD. Any closing remarks before we move on?
Yeah, thanks for opening my eyes that I've been overthinking again, because I really thought that I broke that habit, but it came back, so that's good. Good to know.
Just keep the game as simple as you can, right? In fact, don't even worry about what the enemy's doing right now. Just focus on you and you taking the best quality fight you possibly can, right? Always, if you can do nothing or take anything away from this, when it comes to positioning, just ensure that you understand if it's an on or off angle, and ensure you can escape if things go wrong. There's always a way out. If you don't always have a way out by way of natural cover, you're probably in the wrong position. Okay? That's the most important thing. If you get that part, that's very, very foundational basic. Okay?
Perfect.
Awesome, Mick. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, especially joining the Tier 3 Patreon, because you're allowing me to continue going forward. Once you're ready, send me another VOD. You have Tier 3, and there's basically no one in Tier 3 right now that's submitting, by the way, Tier 3. You guys should be submitting.
That's why getting Tier 3 is insane, because you just
you as well. You're doing coaching right away. yeah, you get it right away. But submit once you got something for me, and then we can go over it again. No problem. You might just get another free session right on top right away. You're just boom, there it is. All right.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, Mick, I appreciate you, my friend. Any questions, feel free to reach out, okay?
Perfect. Take it easy.
All right. Okay. Okay, we are... This is actually pretty sick. We're a little bit behind, so I want to get right into it. Hopefully the VOD is working. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Let's see what we got. We're way behind schedule, yeah, I agree. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but he's here